heart is a blue.
God started working on me probably around 2008, and then in 2010, the end of 2010, September, I quit working at Adobe, which seemed pretty, others would probably say it was pretty crazy because the economy was starting to turn down. I was making a good living, but I just wasn't satisfied. It was kind of sucking the life out of me. And God was calling me to leave, and so it was really kind of a faith step to walk away from that.
And you'd been working for Adobe for how long?
13 years. Yeah,
Wow.
I was working at Adobe for 13 years.
And family and friends, no doubt, questioned the validity of your decision, right?
Yeah. There's opportunities for growth with me as a father and my kids, balancing that time out with my wife, and obviously with our finances. It's been an interesting transition going from me making a lot of money to kind of stepping it down and putting more focus on Tina as the breadwinner.
So what you're saying is you didn't get into the ministry for the money. Is that, is that what you're saying there?
No, I didn't. But now things are balanced. It's more challenging, but I'm more alive than I've ever been. It's there's more of a fresh adventure to each day and each week, and challenges too. It's like, how are we going to navigate this? My whole thing is I like to control. I like to know what the end destination is, and God knows that if I knew that, I'd run off without him. And so he only's been showing me one step at a time, like that, expectant, okay, Papa, what's next? What's the next? What do you got in store for me? What's next?
Yeah.
Where are you challenging me to surrender more and grow more, and dream bigger?
Yeah.
So with me transitioning out of Adobe and having to deal with my retirement stuff and moving that over, this last tax year we had to deal with some tax implications, fallout of me leaving Adobe. And so while I'm not making a lot of money right now, the residual income from those years at Adobe now kind of hit over the next couple of years, and so we got our taxes done and had to pay a substantial amount of money, which we're like, where's this going to come from?
Yeah.
And it was really funny because one day I'm freaking out, and then God gave me a little piece, and then Tina's freaking out. And it just added a lot of stress and pressure, just in the relationship and our marriage. And I called you, and it's like, here's where we're at. Here's what's going on, and you're just like, okay, well, let's play a circle around it. And so we did, and I made some calls. I talked to the person who was handling that financial stuff, and this is where God just showed up, and where he just the magic happened, where it was kind of like his little I got you covered. When I was talking to my financial person, she was like, you can't touch any of this other money that's for your retirement, but you did make all these contributions prior. And I think you can, let me check something, yeah, you can take all those out. And I asked, well, how much is that? And it was just over the amount we needed to pay the IRS. So it was just like, really? It was pretty awesome. Even if it's just one person that you share with, and ask them to pray with you, that's huge. I mean, the Bible says, when two or more are gathered, he's there and he's listening.
Yeah.
And humbling yourself and putting your pride in check and saying, this is too big for me. And, where I'd like to say, no, I got this covered, or I can figure this out on my own.
Sure.
It's okay to say I can't and I need help.
Yeah.
And know that you're going to get it.
Well, I helped you draw a prayer circle, so I'm gonna need you to help me draw some prayer circles too.
You got it.
All right, thanks, buddy.